Hi everyone, my name is Philip and welcome to my channel. My mining rig has a 240mm radiator to cool a pair of RTX 3090 cards. One of them is an EVGA RTX 3090 that was originally air cooled and then I converted it so it's got both water cooling on both the front and the back plate. The other one is an Asus RTX 3090 that came pre-water cooled. The radiator is heat saturated and it can't give off enough heat at the moment. And although the EVGA card is quite happy, the Asus card is getting far too hot. If I run just the EVGA card on its own, the VRAM sits at a nice comfortable 80 degrees Celsius. If I run only the Asus card on its own, it runs at 90 degrees Celsius, quite a bit warmer than the card I modified, but still okay. If I run them both together after running for quite a while, the temperature usually gets up to 96 to 98 degrees Celsius, and anything over 95 degrees is too hot. The problem comes to do with it's the back plate of the cards where the problem is. So the EVGA card runs at a fairly nice sort of 39, just below 40 degrees Celsius, but the back of the Asus card is running way hotter, around sort of 70 degrees Celsius. So I need to try and move some heat away from that to improve its operating performance. It's currently August 2021 in New Zealand and we're currently under a level 4 lockdown, and that means we can't buy things from New Zealand shops unless they're essential items. Now my actual plan had been to fit a 360mm radiator along here and with fans, and that would drop the coolant temperature a lot. And the other nice thing is it would create airflow past some of these cards just on the end of the fan, end of the radiator. But radiators aren't an essential item, so I cannot get one of those at the moment. However, cooling fans are an essential item. So I've just got myself 3 EK cooling fans, and so I'm just going to mount these temporarily here for the moment. And then eventually when lockdown ends, I'll add the radiator on the top. Ideally, I want the fans to push air through the radiator, so I'm going to try mounting them pushing away, and hopefully that'll pull enough air past the cards. But if that's not going to do it, then I'll have to flip the fans around so they push air past this card. So let's get everything shut down and start getting the fans mounted. These are the 3 EKWB Vardar X3M fans that I got, and as well as a 4:1 fan splitter cable. So yeah, they'll be just mounting across here, and I'll have to probably do something a little bit tricky with the pipes here. I'll have to just see when I get to that part. These are high static pressure fans. They're usually used with a radiator. You can use them in case fans as well. For sort of an open air environment like this, they're probably a little bit overkill, but the radiator will be going on it eventually when I can buy one. So I'll also start with what I need so I don't have to replace it later on. Okay, so let's get into getting these fans onto the mining rig. What I realized is to get the air to blow through this way, it needs to be mounted this way around, but when they ship, it's designed for the screws to be fixed on this side, not that side. So what I'll do now is I need to take off each of these ears and flip them around so they're on the other side, and then I'll be able to screw into here. Now that I've finished screwing in all the fans, I've just noticed that all the power cables come down the bottom at the moment. I just thought I'd just pull the text at the top, and that sort of means I'm going to have to run the cable through, around and back up. So I think I'll take all of these fans off again, rotate them 90 degrees so all the power cables are coming off the top, so I can just cable tie them along here. Okay, so that's all the physical mounting and the cables plugged in. Now I'll just give this a brief power up and just make sure all the fans spin and they're going in the right way, and then we'll tidy it all up. Okay, the fans are powering up and they're blowing in the right direction, so now to tidy everything up. The back of the Asus card has now gone from just over 70 degrees to around 64 to 65 degrees. So we've knocked a good sort of 5 or 6 degrees Celsius off. Also, the temperature reported from NiceHash has now dropped from around sort of 96, 98 to 92 degrees. So I'm going to leave the fans exhausting this way because the cards are now getting enough cooling to operate in that direction. And then it's all set up ready just to mount the radiator when I can finally buy one of those. A successful upgrade. I hope you found that interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.